YouTubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter the Master of Hobbits. Today joined by
Mess, the Duke of Delirium.
Oh yeah! And today we're going to be looking at even more Põhjala beer sent to us, kindly sent to us from the guys at Põhjala, so thanks a bunch guys, making some pretty cool Estonian craft beer.
Yeah.
We just had the, Mile, I think?
Yeah, the West Coast
wheat
yeah.
ale. Or something like that. Actually, I think I might have liked it a little more the second time around. I'd probably have given it an 85 or something like this, or that, because as you said, it's actually really good.
Yeah, ton of flavor for 4.9%. So if I had to give it a grade, something like 88 or so.
Yeah, it's actually really good. They're really starting to knock it out of the ballpark. It's pretty cool, especially because it's in Estonia. That's not a thing you associate with craft beer. I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a double IPA. It's the first double IPA they ever made at the brewery, and it's the Põhjala Põhja Konn. Look at that awesome ass label. It's a local artist in Tallinn in Estonia who made this. It's like a graffiti they took a picture of and used it for the label. And the Põhja Konn is the creature that's on there, which is like a mythical Estonian creature, which is like a dragon frog or something like that.
It's crazy.
And it's their first double IPA, I said. It's a huge beer on 8.9%, and it's hopped with Columbus, Chinook, and dry hop with Centennial. So I guess Columbus is for bittering, because that's basically a hop used for bittering, but should be interesting. So you ready to crack this open and check it out? Let's go. So we got the Põhja Konn. Damn, I'm probably butchering it, but we got it poured. Really hazy, but we got some of the yeast stirred up. I carried it from my place over. We're at the Duke of Delirium's place, by the way. So that's probably why. But it's a nice, it's quite dark.
Really intense.
Kind of like a burnt orange.
Yeah.
Rust orange. Yeah. Kind of beige head. You want to check out the aroma?
Yes.
It's almost barley wine-like.
Yeah.
It's very bitter and hoppy, but it's also cake malt.
Yeah.
But I'm also getting like a sweet candied hop almost aroma, like candy aroma to it. Columbus and Centennial for me are not my favorite types of hops in IPAs. I find Chinook to be kind of floral and piney, and Columbus to be earthy and resiny, and I definitely picked that up.
Yeah, that piney thing.
Kind of like East Coast IPA.
Exactly, yeah.
But it doesn't have tea leaf. It doesn't feel old.
It's really intense in both the hops that are in it and the malt. So as you said,
yeah, it's a huge IPA. As they say on the label, huge IPA, and it's apparently it has like triple digit IBUs. So should be right. But I'm also picking up some citrus notes and maybe like a candied orange peel.
Yeah, it has
like
both components really too.
Yeah,
so
and I guess
really
like
balanced,
citrus,
but not like hop forward.
Actually, I think the other one was more in your face. But
this is way more balanced.
Yeah.
This way.
Do you want to give it a taste?
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks to the guys at Põhjala for the beer. Very bitter, very East Coast like. Yeah. It is almost barley wine, but it's too refreshing for a barley wine.
Yeah.
Wow, it's bitter. The aftertaste right now. Oh.
Bitter and earthy.
Yeah, earthy, resiny, almost like garlicky.
Yeah, exactly.
But you also get some intense grapefruit, especially in the aftertaste, I feel like.
Yeah.
If you prefer those kind of IPAs, this will be your deal for sure, I think. But it's got a lot of that, much more IPA and hoppy flavors than malt on the flavor, I think.
Yeah.
It's and piney kind of notes as well, lots of that as well, like big, resiny, earthy, piney. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of 6 Points Resin, if you guys know that, over in the US. Have you heard of that brewery? They do like canned craft beer. I have the resin over in the US. That's also like super resiny and earthy.
What about that
garlic?
This is Imperial and Brewed that I had called you. I think that's pretty close to it.
Yeah, quite similar as well. But it's really nice if you like those big, bold IPAs. It's really bitter. Like it really dries out your palate. Makes you want to go for another gulp. So it's not as refreshing as other double IPAs. But for 8.8% alcohol, I can't taste it whatsoever. The bitterness is really high.
Yeah, it's so much in hop.
And it's got a really nice mouthfeel to it. Like a nice kind of almost silky medium body. Higher side of medium even.
But the more I have this, the more I drink it, the more sure I get that it has to be like that refreshing West Coast type of bitterness that I prefer.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely more for West Coast.
Or whatever.
Yeah, West Coast, Midwest.
Yeah.
I know People bash me all the time for saying East Coast when a beer is like this, but that's the experiences I've had when I've had East Coast style IPAs. But for a first double IPA, I think it's really good. It is really big and bold, and then it's that East Coast style. But I'm getting some grapefruit components as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that candied citrus peel, and then a little kick of a caramel sweet maltiness to it. But a lot of bold, earthy, resiny, piney, garlicky.
This will do for an amazing bottle wine in €1 or so, I'm sure.
This for me, 83. It's really nice. It's a huge double IPA, but as you said, I prefer the West Coast juicy tropical type of IPAs. So if you're more into the big, bold, garlicky, earthy, resiny, this is definitely up your alley. So, but still really good stuff. Põhjala so far has really been hitting it out of the ballpark for a new brewery from Estonia.
That's crazy.
So what about you, Ben?
For pretty much the same reason, I'm gonna go 79. Pretty good, but yeah, as you said, it's not a West Coast IPA style. And it's not, well, I don't know if it's supposed to, or it doesn't really matter to me. I think I like it, but it's not my favorite style of IPA.
If you've had the chance to try the Põhjala Põhja Konn double IPA, definitely let us know what you think of it. Thanks again to the guys at Põhjala for sending it out. As always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter, and we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And we're going to see you guys in another beer review.